Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
This is Shayna Baszler, and you're watching Going In Raw.
This is the knockout artist, Cassius Ohno, and you're Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson, and available wherever podcasts can be found. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notify bell next to it to make sure you always got your new Going In Raw notifications.
That's right.
We're also available on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steve and Larson. We have a variety of reward tiers over there. I know I did this earlier. I do this every day in the AEW one. I'm sorry, every day. I do this every Wednesday in the AEW one and then again in the NXT one. I want to give the shout outs to the friendos that are putting in on the Patreon. I'm going to do that right now.
Yes, please.
Arcady Harris, Jacob O, All Eat Wrestler, Damon Braxton, Carlos Moreno, Leonardo Solis, Tomahawk, and then just today, Joe Thornton. Thanks so much for your support.
Thank you.
The majority of those were over the $5 mark, which means they get access to all the bonus content. Earlier this week, I dropped my Joker review on the Patreon.
Brand X or genuine Joker product? Tell me.
In between, we had some 2K gameplay this morning. We're trying to break that game. So we put two Kevin Nashes in a ladder match with 6 other people. That didn't quite do the trick, but it's fun anyways.
It got us close.
Yesterday,
I feel like we're on the verge of something really magical happening.
Yesterday, we teamed up on the same NBA team.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't go well. Spoiler alert.
I mean, the first half went great.
And then also we talked about Seth Rollins and his social media activity.
I mean, I kind of feel like if it wasn't for your selfishness, we would have won that game.
Wow. Hot take from Larson.
It's just my opinion, but
anyways.
What do I know?
Karen's here in chat. She said, ooh, thought I lost my wrench there, but then I realized I was signed into my non-mod account. Karen's got like burner accounts apparently on YouTube. Hot take from Karen. Anyways, hot episode of NXT, man. There was one match that was a big old turd, but beyond that, holy crap.
Which one was that one?
Oh, are you kidding me? It was the Taynara Santana Garrett match. There was that whole sequence. They were literally just walking. They were doing like wrestling practice moves.
Oh, that one little sequence, yeah. Man, every time I see Taynara, though, she impresses me, man. Her offense is really good.
I'm going to hold off on that one until the next time I see her because some of that match was just not impressive. But that being said,
I'll just say the way
I like Santana Garrett. She's great, but yeah, that was weird. I just don't think they had like no chemistry.
Yeah,
in
the
that
chemistry
match.
wasn't quite there, but like I'll get to it more during the match. But Taynara's V trigger looks great. It looks like it hurts, and some of the transitions she does between the more judo based moves into pro wrestling stuff is really good.
More importantly, though, of course, we got some sort of Bullet Club meeting of the minds, if you will, where Finn Balor, formerly Prince Devitt, founder of Bullet Club, AJ Styles, the guy who was his successor as leader,
replaced him.
I
I believe Balor was kicked out of Bullet Club.
Was it the same night that AJ showed up?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he didn't join Bullet Club the night he showed up.
There was no interaction.
There was no
The Young
overlap.
Bucks, I think, turned on Balor.
Correct.
And then like later on, AJ was debuted as new leader.
No, he debuted on that show. I think it was. What was it called? It was a spring pay-per-view, I think.
Oh, okay.
But I think Balor was kicked out that night, and then AJ had his debut in New Japan, but he wasn't made. He didn't join Bullet Club till a little bit later.
Do we know, was there any interaction between the two of them prior to that? Interesting. So, but in any event, this is the thing that we've all wanted to see, and they just gave us like, I don't even know if they're going to explore this anymore. Maybe not. Maybe they will. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure they will. Finn's going to be a wild card in all this NXT stuff. And that's very much how he carried himself at the end of the show. Because not only did he do, AJ's in the ring, he threw a couple too sweets. Finn gives him gun fingers. But then Adam Cole comes in, lays out AJ, and then him and Finn have a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was good stuff.
Where Finn's doing this.
AJ looked like he was having so much fun in NXT.
Yeah.
He looked like he was having so much fun. That match, that main event was a blast.
It was fun.
NXT was a ton of fun. Man, Wednesdays are so great.
Good night to be a wrestling fan, man.
They're off the hook great. So that was cool. Let's see here. I mean, just the general vibe of the OC. I really appreciate that the OC have been given a fairly meaty role in this whole invasion thing. They are basically the WWE's enforcers.
Well, and ever since they put them back together, they've really been workhorses.
Yes, big time.
They're on every episode of Raw. They always have a match.
Yep.
And here they're the ones trusted to go to NXT and get that pop. Because AJ Styles done a lot in his career. He's never had a takeover match. He's never had a match in the NXT ring.
Yeah.
That's something people want to see.
Really cool.
Say what about Seth Rollins? I know he's never had a takeover match. He's been in NXT before.
Yeah. No,
AJ Styles.
AJ, bypassed.
It's like I feel like it's AJ or Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
I know Daniel Bryan on NXT back when it was a game show.
It's not the same.
Not the same.
Not even close to the same. I mean, honestly, I'll be honest, even Seth, what you're saying is absolutely true. He was the first champion and all that, but like not like real NXT, Not
NXT as exists now.
Right. And then poor Dakota Kai. Although some tells me she's gonna be
involved in some capacity.
She's gonna be the other member of Team Shayna.
Maybe.
Although
Shayna already said that Dakota would have been a waste of a pick.
Okay, well, maybe not then. Maybe not.
I want her to burst through the WarGames cage and just team kick everybody.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Even her friend Tegan Knox. Yeah, everybody gets kicks.
Yeah, Tegan really threw. She kind of like she wasn't really advocating.
Well, here's the thing.
That was like that was a really good showing for her.
So, I know it was great. So they had that thing where all the faces are there doing the interview, and Rhea's like, "Oh, Mia Yim, she's a news member. She's the last member of the team. Rhea's is my squad." And Dakota Kai's back there just completely dejected.
Yeah.
And at first, Tegan Knox is like, it's okay.
Yeah.
And then Dakota Kai walks off, and Tegan does this.
Hey, you know what?
All smiles. As soon as Dakota Kai walks off frame, all smiles.
That's a harsh business.
It is.
It was so funny, though, to watch her face as Mia Yim enters the frame. And Mia Yim was just jacked and hyped.
Yeah, man.
So happy to be there. She's like, oh, I can't wait to do this. And then you're just cringing for poor Dakota Kai because she's back there like,
I can't catch a break.
Yeah. Like, what a match against Shayna is what did it? Oh, man. Like, nobody's beaten Shayna in God knows how long. And she's expected to do that?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Kairi Sane the last person
yeah.
to beat her? That was a while ago.
It's been literally a year since Shayna's had that title. My goodness. And then Tony Nese versus Angel Garza.
That was a lot of fun. It's always fun when you see someone powerbomb a pair of pants.
Yeah, that was right. That was good. We had a solid Dominic Dijakovic match. Dijakovic. Even Morrow had a hard time saying Dijakovic there at the end.
Man,
they got to trim that name, dude.
Swerve is a star, man.
Oh, big time
that
star.
That guy is amazing.
Huge star. Big things for him coming up.
Completely and totally captivating. Does oozes charisma and is immensely talented in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he's going to be huge.
We can mention this really quick because it's pertinent, but we're going to get into it in depth on Who Won Wednesday. First thing in the morning. Ratings are in, Larson.
Yeah.
NXT 800 big rebound 813,000.
813 AEW 822.
So last week NXT was at 580,000.
Yeah, they took the brunt of the hit from the World Series Game 7 last week.
That's a 233,000 improvement, and then AEW again boosted up
about 63,000
by 60 to 822. So there was a 9,000 viewer gap between the two of them simply on first run cable.
Mm-hmm.
That's not to say anything about NXT's network numbers or AEW's replay numbers, or I guess on Fight TV or whatever. So I mean, a lot of that. It's funny because we're only getting a small piece of the puzzle. Granted, it's the largest piece of the puzzle is the North American ratings.
Well, it's the North American live ratings. We would assume that
live
was the
ratings,
largest piece of it. Yeah,
live ratings. Yeah.
But we don't get the +3s. We don't get secondary airings. None of that stuff. So we don't really exactly get the full picture. People just like to get on talking about the initial live ratings.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
one would assume it's probably the largest piece of the pie, but you never know.
Yeah, but it's also an indicator of enthusiasm. Totally. I mean, last night was difficult, man. I watched for the first time because I was so interested in the invasion stuff, and plus, right before I got home, because I got home right at 5 from my run, I had turned on. No, I was just sort of going while I was on my cool down phase of my run, which is where I just walk. I put on. I was scrolling through Instagram.
Yeah,
as I was strolling, and about 10 minutes or so before they went live, you saw a shot of the Undisputed Era in that back alley. and the OC in the background walking away, and it's like, oh, it's on. That's great.
That's how W does it. They don't care about surprises so much on the actual programming.
No, that's smart, though. In this case, that's smart. An Instagram post moments before they go on the air, not like a tweet. I mean, they probably did tweet it out, but
I saw the video of Adam Cole dropping promo in that alley.
In that case, that's a good idea because you want to boost your ratings, get people on board. When there's like huge, I don't know, like match announcements that could be happening there, they do use social media way too much for things that should happen on TV. What they did last night, I thought was actually very appropriate, and it played out in the ratings. People wanted to see, whoa, the OC are here. 200,000 people tuned in, more than they did last week. So I don't know. I thought that was good. And that's how it started. It said, breaking news. The OC beat down the Undisputed Era in the back alley.
They go to the video of it, and there's a beatdown happening.
Yeah.
And then the OC comes into the Full Sail, the arena itself, go to the ring.
Bobby Fish got put through a table outside in the back alley.
It looked like a craft service
table. That was interesting.
There's like ketchup on it or something.
His ketchup got splattered everywhere. It was like blood.
Yeah.
I feel like you're kind of a downer on this episode. What's up?
No, it's fine.
Are you just mellow today?
Yeah.
And then later on? You always seem so excited. I just think you're down on NXT, man.
I'm not down on NXT.
You're so high. You're riding so high on AEW.
Oh, it's the best. I'm not down on NXT. It's a perfectly fine episode of NXT.
So then OC hit the ring. AJ gets on the stick, and he was like, so this is NXT.
Huh?
We're taking over.
And that's undisputed.
Yeah. So Tommaso Ciampa comes out. Crowd starts chanting, Daddy's home. And he says, everybody always asks me, when am I going up to Raw or SmackDown, the main roster?
Yes.
I know. The main roster, but he mentioned specifically Raw and SmackDown. And he said, well, Undisputed Era, welcome to the main roster.
No, OC said Undisputed Era that time.
What's that? Oh, sorry. Okay.
Anyways, and it says,
continue, please.
Says
NXT nitpicking
is and always been the show. So he said he's fine with the OC beating down Undisputed Era. Totally cool with that. But his problem, he's standing in his ring.
Yeah.
Daddy's ring.
Yeah.
And AJ's like, well, hats off to you, Ciampa, for your balls coming out here and standing up to him. And then Riddle and he says, hey, you're outnumbered. Riddle and Keith Lee join Ciampa on stage. And Ciampa says something like, looks like we got plenty of balls.
Yeah. Lots of balls.
And says,
Keith Lee is so over.
Oh, man.
Crowd immediately just starts chanting the bask in his glory.
Bask in his glory. So Ciampa says, OC, get your gear on. We'll go with one of them tonight in preparation for WarGames. AJ says, you got it.
I really like that the OC aren't the type of heels that are like, no. Then they have to be convinced to get into a match or something like that. They're just there to fight.
I know. That's what we want to see wrestlers do is fight.
Yeah, man. I like when people decline. Like the Dawsons the other day in NWA Power.
Yeah, they pushed.
We'll think about it.
What's there to think about? You're getting the title opportunity handed to you on a platter, basically.
It's a little weird.
Take that opportunity.
Yeah.
You just beat Kingston in Homicide the week prior.
Yeah.
Like what do you got to prove to yourself?
Evidently, you got two guys in the back, the wild cards, who are perfectly fine to help you. Maybe they can find a different way to help you.
It's true, and they seemingly tried to.
Right.
But they are wild cards, so maybe you should take their name as a warning that you can't exactly trust them.
I thought that just meant that they could go, like, they are the team that can go to any brand, any promotion, anytime, anywhere.
They are the wild card finals.
They are the wild card.
They are the wild card finals.
They are the wild card rule. Anyways, man, it does kind of feel like NXT didn't keep Full Sail terribly secure, though.
No, not at all, man.
And with security in mind, here's a word from the sponsor of today's show, ExpressVPN. Looking to keep your online activity secure? Look no further than ExpressVPN, because it'll keep all your network data encrypted, safe and secure from hackers. I know you're a big fan of writing some AEW fanfic, Larson. I'm sure you want that secure.
Absolutely. ExpressVPN is available not only on computers, but also for mobile and digital media players like Fire TV. Plus, it's super fast, costs less than $7 a month, and comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. I've given ExpressVPN a try, and it was incredibly easy to sign up. Setup was an absolute breeze, especially for someone like me who isn't well-versed in VPNs or a lot of stuff like involving computers.
Yeah, what do you got going on over there? What do you got going on over there?
I don't know what this is. I don't know any of this is. And the app has run seamlessly on this old laptop of mine.
That's right. So protect your online activity today and find out how you can get 3 months free at expressvpn.com EXPRESSVPN.com/GIR. That's EXPRESSVPN.com/GIR for 3 months free with a 1-year package.
Visit expressvpn.com/GIR to learn more. Thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring today's show, and you're really helping out Going In Raw by going to expressvpn.com/GIR.
I just realized that's why your coffee is empty. See, we got to bring the Keurig over here.
No, there's something in there.
Ew, what is that? The hell?
The rest of this.
Oh, no. That'll get you going. First matchup was Pete Dunne versus Damian Priest. And this is a banger of a match, man.
Yeah, it was fun,
This
man.
is good stuff.
It was very fun. So it kicks us off with Peter Dunne. He's working over Priest's arm, as he often does, during the whole commercial break, pretty much. He goes for a powerbomb, Peter Dunne, that is, and Damian Priest holds on to the tag rope. Mm-hmm. So Dunne can't powerbomb.
Can't do his thing.
And he fights out. He gets the upper hand, hits Falcon Arrow right as we come back from commercial. They do a heck of a job of making sure you don't miss much during the even picture-in-picture commercial. When the full picture match comes back, wow, you get action.
It's good stuff.
Hell of a time. It's almost like they're communicating. After that, Pete Dunne goes back to Priest's arm. Priest tries to reverse the arm manipulation to a suplex. Pete Dunne's like, no, X-plex for you. He has the advantage for a while. They're brawling outside after a Pete Dunne moonsault, and then Priest just picks up Pete Dunne and just choke slams him around the corner of the apron. Ow. Back in the ring, though, Pete Dunne hits a powerbomb. Priest kicks out. Dunne double stomps Damian Priest's fingers, goes for a bitter end. Priest escapes, hits a head kick, sends Dunne to the floor, and then Damian does that step-up tope thing he does. And then Pete Dunne does the thing where he runs towards the turnbuckles and jumps over it like Daniel Bryan does. Kind of like he runs up the turnbuckles and does almost like a moonsault.
Yeah.
Peter Dunne's doing that. Priest.
Yeah, I always feel like he's going to blow out his knees doing that.
Yeah. Priest catches him up there, though, and hits a razor's edge, gets a 2.
I always feel like somebody's going to get dumped on their head with that move, so please continue.
Yes.
Everything just freaks me out these days.
Yeah, no, you're too skittish to watch wrestling anymore.
Time to watch. It's like an old person sport. I'm just going to watch golf.
Shuffleboard.
Yeah, shuffleboard. There you go.
Some curling.
Set up a camera at a retirement home.
There.
Just watch old people.
Just watch people.
I want to do a podcast about watching old people. Excuse me, sir. Is this your camera? I'm doing a podcast.
Well, you're not talking. And then, so Pete Dunne's down, and Priest does the Archer taunt thing. Priest retreats. Oh, sorry. And then as he's doing that, Pete Dunne grabs his hand, starts doing finger stuff, and Priest is like, starts back up to the corner. The ref's behind him, and so Damian has the ref trapped in the corner. He kind of realizes this, goes for a low blow. Pete Dunne catches it, hits a low blow of his own, and then pulls Priest back to the middle ring, puts him in a cross arm breaker, starts snapping fingers. Priest has to taps. And he's tapping, and as soon as he taps, he's grabbing for that front area. Oh, that hurts.
Oh, big time.
I don't know if he was more worried about getting his fingers broken or his front area smashed via Pete Dunne's foot.
You gotta sort all that business out down there, man.
Maybe next time, wear a cup.
Yeah.
How come a cup never came to play during the AJ Nakamura feud?
Yeah, I know.
That thing was all about hitting shots in the front area.
That was the entire premise
No one
of the
thought,
feud.
I'm going to protect myself.
Yeah.
I still don't know why.
I still don't understand why no DQ matches aren't exclusively one
And immediately,
guy,
I
both
know.
people trying to kick or punch the other guy's front area. That should be every no DQ match.
This is a promise I'll make to you, and I hope you'll agree with this.
If you and I ever get into a no DQ match,
No, if we were in a position to ever book any sort of match in any sort of promotion, we're going to do a no DQ match, and the whole story being told is just someone trying to get a nut shot in.
taking swings, dick swings, yeah.
Because I think that would be wildly entertaining.
No, I agree totally.
So Killian Dane comes to the ring. He just lays out Pete Dunne right after the match. So he's in the corner punching him. Damian Priest comes in, peels Dane off of Dunne pretty much. And you're thinking, oh, he's helping out Pete Dunne for some reason. No, he just wants his piece of Pete Dunne too. He starts beating on him.
Yeah.
And then Dane hits a headbutt on Damian Priest. He goes flying out of the ring, drops a Vader bomb on Peter Dunne.
Mm-hmm.
And then as Dane's leaving the ring, Priest comes up, clobbers him. He more or less no-sells it. He tosses Damian Priest. The ring steps, follows up with a cannonball.
Yeah.
They're booking Killian, his beast.
Monster guy for Pete Dunne to eventually beat.
Yeah, and I like that Killian Dane still has his broken fingers taped up.
Mm-hmm.
He's like pointing at Pete Dunne. You broke my fingers, you jerk.
He's like, go to a hospital.
I know, you're just taped up. It's fine.
Got no insurance.
Like 4 to 6 weeks, it'll heal.
Got the NHS. Over here, it's Wild West.
Well, this is what you do, Killian Dane. You do that, what you did, you tape him up. You let it heal. Sure, it might be crooked a little bit, but your fingers will heal.
Yeah, he needs to give it time.
Exactly. Patience, Killian Dane. Patience.
He doesn't seem like the most patient type, dude.
I've broken this finger before. It wasn't that huge of a deal.
Well, yeah, you can be a patient person when it comes to important things. Killian Dane, he operates on pure instinct.
I guess.
He's more animal than man. Anyways,
I'll
after
tell you,
that,
man.
the women's WarGames participants were announced. No big shocks here. You had Shayna and Bianca Belair and Io Shirai all on the heel sides, and their partner Vacant. And then you got Rhea Ripley, Tegan Nox, and Candice LeRae and their partner Vacant.
But that vacancy would be filled by the end of the show.
Correct. Yeah.
Next, Dakota Kai interview. She's like, I'm going to prove to Rhea that I should be on her team.
That was bad. She should have done that during the week. Like, hey, watch my, here's my resume. You're going to prove yourself against Shayna Baszler. Like, what the heck?
You need to get beat her.
Right.
That's the bar.
Evidently.
That was the bar set, apparently. That if you win, then you're in. Otherwise,
I would have specified, hey, listen, Rhea, I'm looking to put in a really good showing here against Shayna.
This is what you do. You go to Rhea and says, this is the terms that I will agree to this. A win isn't mandatory. I have a panel of 3 judges that will grade my performance, win or lose.
Yeah.
And if they deem me worthy,
Yeah.
based on their evaluation, you are contractually obligated to make me the 4th member of your team.
Here's an
If you don't
alternate,
agree to
yeah.
those terms, tough.
Here's an alternate to that. Tough, yeah, she doesn't get on the team. Here's the alternate to that. She goes out there against Shayna, but she brings like a baseball bat or a kendo stick and just beats the crap out of her. It's like, that's just a really badass thing to do.
I mean,
Are you going to say no?
That's pretty much what Mia Yim did.
No, that's exactly, you're right.
I know.
You're exactly right. That's exactly what Mia Yim did.
Yeah.
And she made the team.
I know.
Yeah, bad move. Dakota Kai's booked kind of dull up here, and like non-effective.
Yeah.
Although
her offense looks great.
No, she's a hell of a wrestler.
She's really good.
They just book her like she's a
I don't know
fart.
why.
I don't know.
I don't know why. Next, Taynara Conti versus, I guess, kind of the re-debut of Santana Garrett. I think she wrestled a couple matches here or there.
Not since
it's been a while.
She had the Performance Center picture, though, right?
No, this is the first
Right.
her first match since she signed. But I think
Yeah.
back, like 3-4 years ago, she might have had the one off like Deanna Pratt. So
Yeah,
a couple times.
Yeah, I just when I saw that, when I saw the Twitter video outlining or highlighting that one exchange of theirs, it reminded me of that video of Brian Alvarez walking the ropes, and it's honestly the funniest thing ever because he speed walks.
Yeah,
and somebody, I forget who it was on Twitter, made the joke. This is like one of those comedy matches they do on the third day of PWG's
Bola tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, Taynara's coming along. Santana Garrett's a terrific wrestler. There's not a lot of chemistry. Maybe this is thrown together last minute.
Yeah, that one. I mean, I agree. That one sequence where it seemed like they were going at like 1/4 speed was a bit lacking. But yeah, I mean, Taynara, her presence in the ring is really good.
Yeah.
The way she projects herself is really good. Her offense is coming along. It's different.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it looks like her offense looks like it hurts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's all cool.
I want them to put her with the Brazilian guys. I
don't
wonder
think
what the
that's
deal
happening.
with there is. Cesar Bononi's like 8 feet tall. He's amazing.
I wonder if he's just not coming along in his development as quickly as
that could
she
be.
is.
When are they going to bring the tallest man alive up? Remember you see him in all those
Yeah,
pictures?
yeah.
That dude is
He's huge.
11 feet tall.
He's huge.
Get him in there. I want to see him in the ring.
I want to see him, and also want to see Stokely Hathaway on TV finally.
What? I know.
Other than just kind of being in the background.
Let's get, what is his name? Malcolm Bivens?
Yeah.
Let's get Malcolm Bivens there.
Heck yeah, man, that guy's hilarious.
Absolutely.
Anyways, this is kind of a surprising finish. This is like Santana's first match.
You think Bivens, isn't that the Belle Biv DeVoe? Isn't that
Michael Bivens.
Michael Bivens, yeah. I think that's where he got it from.
Maybe.
That would not surprise me.
I kind of wish he would have went with Lucha Van Ross, to be honest with you. That was a great name. Some of the other contenders are fantastic.
That's so I know.
But referencing Michael Bivens, I'm on board with that.
Right?
Yeah, man.
That's pretty good.
I used to be really into Bill DeVoe.
Everybody did.
Man, that album with Poison and stuff on it.
Yeah, I
solid
know.
Stuff, man.
Oh, it's crazy.
Solid stuff. So hell of a V trigger from Taynara.
Mm-hmm.
That looked great.
Yep. Good stuff.
And there's this transition she does from like some judo moves into a Rings of Saturn that was really smooth. Santana escapes that. She eventually gets the upper hand. She goes for a handspring kick. Taynara gets out of the way. And Tanara's finisher is pretty cool because it's like a kamagoye, which is like Buddy Murphy does it, but it's Kota Ibushi's finisher. They grab both the arms and do a knee. Mm-hmm. Instead, she does like a pump kick with it. And it looks cool.
Yeah.
Taynara's going places, man.
I hope so. Along with Cesar Bononi and the really
impressed with her evolution. Next, we got a Tony Nese video package.
Yeah.
It's Tony Nese.
It's Tony Nese.
You know what you're going to get.
Rebook Tony Nese real quick. He needs something else, man.
Wrestling's RoboCop.
Hold on a second. Wrestling already has a RoboCop, and it's RoboCop.
Not anymore, though. 25 years ago, bro.
You saw what happens when you reboot RoboCop. It's a fat turd.
I didn't say he had to be called RoboCop. It's wrestling's version. So essentially, he's in a match.
He gets beat up so bad that they have to reconstruct him through cyborg means.
So like before he's a premier athlete.
Cyborgians.
Augmentation.
Yeah.
And that wasn't enough.
Yeah.
So that way, because he's got a problem. He's not... Character stuff is not his strong suit.
Character stuff, he kind of comes off like RoboCop.
A bit robotic, yes.
Yeah.
So make him a part robot.
I love it.
He's already the premier athlete.
That's good.
Augment him with some cybernetic stuff. Telling you. License to print money right there.
I'm putting this in best of November because that's just absolutely great.
All right.
That's terrific. Wrestling's RoboCop. There is a RoboCop in wrestling, and it's RoboCop.
It's also 30 years ago, man.
That's true. What's old is new, man.
And they tried to reboot RoboCop already. It wasn't that great. So give me Tony Nese for RoboCop. Tony.
What's your name?
Tony.
RoboCop.
Next, we had Dakota Kai versus Shayna Baszler. I'll give this to Dakota Kai. She came out and she was not intimidated for once by Shayna Baszler. Pie-faced her almost immediately. Got Shayna down, did like some little teasing kicks to her face. Mm-hmm. That was all really good stuff.
Yeah, totally.
Say right off the bat, I'm not scared of you anymore.
Oh, that's right. Make him. Here at Terminal 52 Film says, make him like Samoa Joe in WWE 2K20's
there you go
with the robo arm.
That's so weird.
Just go watch Adam Pacidi's playthrough of that.
Man.
It's vastly more entertaining than trying to play the damn thing.
Yes. So Dakota Kai has the upper hand early. Sends Shayna out of the ring. She kind of recollects herself. Dakota goes for a kick while running on the apron. Shayna catches it and just pretty much throws Dakota Kai into the ring post. And then Shayna, quite brutally I may add, starts targeting Dakota Kai's surgically repaired knee. That bit, like immediately she got Dakota down and was just stomping on her knee.
Yeah, that's right.
Ow!
Yeah, no kidding.
Ow!
Yeesh.
So we go to commercial. We come back. Shayna has a heel hook locked in. Kai kicks her way out. Double stomps Shayna in the corner. Unleashes a bunch of kicks. She goes up top. Shayna kind of kicks her off. Hits a gut-wrench suplex. Then they're in the middle of the ring trading some strikes, some kicks, until Shayna counters the kind of, where Dakota does that kind of loop, kind of the haluva kick. Mm-hmm. We call it like more we'll call it the face wash kick. Mm-hmm. So Shayna countered one of those, escaped, but Kai eventually hit it, and they're both on the mat. Shayna comes to, hits like a brutal looking step up knee, gets to 2 count. And as soon as Dakota kicks out, Shayna transitions right into the clutch, but she couldn't lock it on all the way. Dakota escapes. Shayna tries to lock it in again. Dakota's trying to get to the ropes. And so Shayna takes one of her legs and traps Dakota's arms to her body with her legs, and that allows her to finally cinch in the clutch. Yeah. Dakota has to tap. Right. So Duke and Shafir come in. The 3 of them are all beating up Dakota Kai. Team Rhea out to make the save. But then the rest of Team Shayna comes out, and there's this huge brawl breaking out all over the place. And then Mia Yim comes in, equalizer. She's got a kendo stick and just starts laying out Team Shayna. And so she's standing in the middle of the ring with the kendo stick looking super tough.
Yeah.
Double tough.
Oh, yeah, big time.
And
triple hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not exactly surprised if she's fourth member of Team Rhea.
No, not at all. Her music kicks in, okay, well, that's what a great presentation. She's trying to impress people.
Exactly.
I want to be in TakeOver
Especially
WarGames.
in a match like WarGames.
Yeah.
Where it's not like a situation where technique, catch-can wrestling is rewarded.
Right, exactly.
You got to take it to another level. Mm-hmm. Kendo sticks.
I'm wondering, do you think Dakota Kai, if Shayna's already said, no, it's a waste of a pick, maybe that's her doing like a swerve job where she is going to choose her, like behind the scenes. She's like, hey, you're tough. You got, taken out by, you got kicked out of the cool kids group.
I mean, if you want to do, she could do this because Shayna said on Twitter, someone asked her, why didn't you pick Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir as your part of your team?
Because she said,
I trust them.
They're already going to be there.
They're already going to be there by my side. So essentially, it's going to be a 6-on-4 deal. So if she says, Dakota Kai, I'll give you a spot on my team.
Yeah.
Then she's playing mind games with the other
team,
especially Tegan Knox.
But what if Rhea Ripley, knowing this, says backstage to behind the scenes in the back alley with a table, says, listen.
Hey, Dakota, you're not in the team.
We're going to bring Mia Yim in. You're going to end up on there. You act like you hate us now.
Double agent.
Perfect double agent right there.
Yeah.
And then during the match, just like Roderick Strong joined the Undisputed Era in WarGames. Didn't that happen at WarGames? That wasn't at WarGames?
No.
I thought it was going to happen at WarGames, and then it didn't happen at WarGames. Wait, he didn't turn on Pete Dunne?
Not at WarGames. No.
That wasn't a War. Oh, that doesn't make any sense.
He wasn't in
that was a tag match.
Yeah,
yeah, not a WarGames match.
Yeah, it was a tag match.
Was there a cage involved?
No, it was the Dusty Classic final.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes some sense. Things happen differently up here.
It was a subsequent
in my
WarGames
memory.
match when it was the 4-man Undisputed Era.
Yes,
took on Pete Dunne,
War
Raiders,
that was
and
to get
Ricochet.
The revenge, yeah. But then Undisputed Era won. Yeah, that's good. So in any event, Roderick Strong joined up Undisputed Era in WarGames. Dakota Kai swerves.
You're conflating two separate WarGames matches. The one where he teamed up with AOP with the one where he's actually a member of Undisputed Era.
Because I remember going into that AOP, the WarGames one, I was like, oh, he's totally going to swerve AOP.
It didn't happen at all, though.
And it didn't happen, but then it did happen.
Later on, yeah. Then we get a recap of NXT invading Raw and SmackDown. We get a Ciampa interview where Kathy Kelly asks Ciampa, hey, who's your fourth member for your WarGames team? And he more or less deflects that entirely and talks about their bout with Undisputed Era instead.
Yes. Yeah.
After that, a great Isaiah Scott vignette.
Your name is Isaiah Squat.
Swerve, he's going to be a huge star.
I go around finding homes with nobody in there. And make them mine. Yeah. Good
stuff. I feel like this is all good stuff for when if we were to bring back We Book Raw.
Yeah, I know, right?
RoboCop Nese.
Yeah. Is there any way we can outsource that
Swerve
and not
squat.
have to pay somebody?
I don't know.
We book it, they execute it, and then we do commentary on it.
All right, well, I'm sure.
And then put it up just for patrons. Go through all that work.
Just for 15 people to watch it. After that, Tony Nese versus Angel Garza. I haven't watched 205 Live in a while. Is something wrong with Tony Nese's left arm? Like, he didn't look like he was as jacked as normal, and his left arm's got like the thing that Rusev has going on with it.
So I don't know if we ever mentioned Rusev's on air.
So his right arm,
because I feel like it's getting into some body shaming.
No, that's not the thing. I'm just making sure he wasn't injured. That's my issue. Oh, because Rusev's right bicep, I think it looks like maybe at one point he had like a biceps tear, and so like when you flex your bicep.
No, I am thinking about. You're right. When it's like extra.
When
bulbous.
he flexes bicep, there's the peak,
and
then there's kind of like a little valley here before it meets his elbow.
But and so it looks like it's a compressed.
Yeah, it looks like there's about
to a real, like normal
inch and a
one.
half of like nothing going on between elbow and where the peak starts.
No,
and
I did notice this on Tony Nese last time I saw him wrestle.
So his left arm is like that now. I'd never noticed that before. And like his upper body doesn't look like he's like he hurt his arm and can't work out or something.
That could be. Did you ever see Orndorff right before he retired?
Yeah.
He had that.
Yeah,
it was like one side of his body was noticeably
because he had a neck injury from working out too much.
Yeah. Oh,
God. He didn't take time off because he was in a money program with Hogan. Hopefully that program set him for life.
Probably did. They made bank back then.
But I just want to make sure he's not hurt. Mm-hmm. Because Tanahashi, he had a partial tear in his bicep and still is wrestling. He never took really any extended time off for that particular injury that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
So if it's just like a partial tear or something, I just don't know.
Yeah.
I just saw his arm like that. It's like, oh, I hope he's okay.
Well, I'm sure if he wasn't okay.
Yeah. They wouldn't let him wrestle. But it just seemed like
maybe he watched the show. He's like, Larson thinks I'm not doing okay. Maybe I should call it quits.
Well, no. That's see, this is fodder for RoboCop Nese.
RoboCop
like his
Nese.
body, he's premier athlete.
It's got to be a better name than RoboCop Nese.
Man, I just came up with this right away.
Yeah, that's good. No, it's really good. Robo Nese, Nesocop.
Bion Nese.
Bion Nese.
Like Bionic Nese.
Yeah.
It's not very good.
No. Bion Nese. Yeah.
I'll think about that.
Yeah, think about it. You're onto something real good here.
Knee spot. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, I just hope he's fine. I hope he's fine. But if they could even kayfabe some sort of injury, and that could be the start of his evolution into Robo Nese.
Nothing's working. I need to become a robot.
He's in a match, and like his body kind of fails him, and he gets like beat to all heck.
They do a vignette where he's like really getting into like cyborg sci-fi, like he's watching all the Borg episodes.
D Minor says he'll do it.
That's a lot of that's a lot of work. I'm not gonna have anybody do that.
Yeah.
And then he said he's gonna call it We Book Raw by D Minor. No, We Book Raw. And then you're the guy who just makes all of it, but we tell you what to make, and then you don't get any credit. That's the point.
It's not. It would not be a rewarding endeavor for you, D-Minor.
No, it'd be a horrific waste of time.
It'd be awful. So
that's kind of the joke about it.
Yeah.
But we appreciate and love your
So
enthusiasm.
anyways, I've spent too much time talking about Toy Nese's arm. I just hope he's fine. This is a fun match. Pretty early on, Garza hits some flying head scissors, goes to rip off his tearaway pants. Instead, Nese is like, I'm going to chop you, and they have a chop off while Garza's pants are like undone by like 2 buttons. Garza, this spot was great. So Toy Nese is up top. Garza's up there trying to get him down for a superplex. Nese tries for a sunset flip powerbomb, but Garza's holding on the ropes. So Nese is just pulling on his pants.
Yeah.
And eventually his pants pull off. Nese isn't in like it's just one fluid motion. So Nese effectively power bombs Garza's tearaway pants. Like he does a sit down power bomb thing and everything. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was awesome.
That was really great.
Nese gets up, turns around. Garza hits with a missile drop kick. We go to commercial. We come back. Garza still has the advantage. He sends Nese out of the ring. Follows with a second rope moonsault to the floor. This match was like incredibly fast paced too.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Nese hits a pump handle slam, gets the 2. He goes for another. Garza reverses it to a lung blower. He goes up top. Nese hits like an awesome palm strike, knocks him off. They're brawling outside. Nese hits a tornado DDT, puts Garza back in the ring, hits a 450, and Garza just barely gets his foot on the rope.
Man, a ring general right there. He's probably been wrestling since he's been like 9. But his toe was barely even able to reach the rope. That was crazy. Because you hear the crowd say, whoa.
Yeah, that was great.
Didn't see that one. Because usually you can see they're like deep under the ropes, and it doesn't take much.
So Garza hits a powerbomb after that, gets a 2. He goes for his finish, the moonsault off the second rope. He misses, and then Nese gets his feet up, but Garza catches it, kind of props him back up, hits a super kick, and hits his other finish, the wing clipper, for the win.
Yeah, that is. I am not into that finish.
That's a lot of shock on your tailbone. That probably doesn't feel very good.
I am not into that finish. I don't see what it does to anybody.
It sends a shock wave up your spine because you're landing with a lot of force right on your tailbone.
Yeah, and then it rattles your brain. So you can't get up for a 3 count.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Or at least your spine.
Maybe Nese, you mentioned the pace of this match. Maybe he understands, or maybe he's thinking, hey, I need to change it up. I need to shed weight and be lighter on my feet, but I'm going to do it limb by limb, muscle by muscle.
Maybe. This week I'm not working my left bicep at all.
At all, exactly. I'm going to start emaciating. It's pinpoint emaciation.
Like, yeah, I guess
Precision emaciation.
I guess so.
Next week, my right big toe.
Yes.
I'm going to drop that down in size.
Go half a shoe size just based on the shrinking my large toe, yes.
Exactly. He's going to put it in a vice. He's going to put his foot in a vice.
Wow. So with Garza's win, he's new #1 contender for Cruiserweight title. He walks up to the ramp. Leo Rush meets him out there. Offers a handshake, and Garza puts it out for a bit, slaps the hell out of Leo Rush, and just walks away.
Ooh.
Garza's fantastic.
I came to collect. A slap on the face.
Yep.
After that, we had that super awkward Team Rhea Ripley interview where, frankly, I'm not sure if I would be able to face how socially awkward it is to look at a person and say, I'm sorry you didn't make the cut. I don't think I have that in me to look at somebody and say, you're not
fit for middle management at all.
Right. I couldn't do that. Everybody I've ever talked to, and I've been lucky enough, I would say, in my life, never to have fired anybody.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
You've never fired. You've had people under you though. Yeah. But you've never had to fire any of them.
No.
That seems like it'd be a tough gig.
The closest thing, it's not even that close, I had to do is people would edit stuff that I'd have to oversee, and I'd have to watch it and give them notes.
Yeah, that was annoying. I know you did that with me.
Yeah.
Oh God, that was so irritating. Because you reach one period where you're just like super nitpicker. I still have a lot of resentment from those days.
Well, you have to get over it. Yeah. We're working together still, so you either get over it or we just end this charade right now. What is it going to be?
I suppose we'll keep it going for a bit anyways.
All right, get over it then.
No, I'm going to keep it bottled up because
right.
I might want to leave. I might eventually want to leave. Who is easier for you to direct, me or Hilton?
I think you know the answer to that
one. Well, we're still together. Oh man, that's great. Anyways, yeah, that was a great little segment there because it was just supremely awkward. After that, we had a terrific Isaiah Scott Swerve versus Dijakovic.
I was believing for a second that Scott was going to pull out this win, man.
That's why it was such a good match, for one thing.
I know.
When you go in there, you're like, so obviously they're moving on from Dijakovic. Lee is ascending. Dijakovic, what are they going to do with him? Yeah, middling. Isaiah Scott, he's new, but he was also one of the people who was kind of prominently figured in the middle of the group that invaded Raw or SmackDown that first night. Like he was there very in the center.
Yeah, he was in the mix.
I think at one point Triple H did like a shoulder lean on him. So maybe they do, because he's a awesome talent.
Oh man, he's
just
incredible.
Terrific.
He is incredible.
So you don't know who's going to win this match going into it. Really. I mean, I would have given it like a 60-40 the Dijakovic.
Oh, I thought as soon as they announced this match, I was like, okay, this is like 80-20.
Dijakovic?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good on you because you were right.
But the power of this match, what made it great was that by
Swerve made you believe by the end.
2/3 of the way through, I was like, okay, maybe this is 50-50 at this point.
Yeah.
It's 50-50. And because it was awesome. Swerve is incredible. The pace he moves at, how crisp he is, how he conducts himself from a character standpoint.
Yeah.
It's all incredible, dude.
Oh, my gosh. Epico, or somebody claiming to be Epico, just posted in chat saying, I'm alive.
Hello, Epico.
I wonder, or whoever has Epico's phone. What if Epico's buried somewhere and then somebody took his phone and just
be awful.
Came here to our chat?
It'd be awful.
Last visited chat was this one, so he
chimes in, huh?
Yeah. Anyway.
So early on, Scott teases Dijakovic with his "Feast Your Eyes" taunt.
That was good. That was awesome.
And like immediately, just like outpaces Dijak and has the edge. It's great. Eventually, though, Dijakovic catches Swerve, hits him with like a knee to the kidneys, and then just tosses him across the ring. Advantage. Dominic Dijakovic hits a backbreaker. Follows with the second rope splash, where it seemed like he got in the second rope, did this like a 180 in the air, and just fell over. He's huge, so that's about all he could do.
Yeah, pretty much.
That gets him a 2 count. Swerve hits a flatliner. His comeback begins, but then he goes to the top. Dijakovic super kicks him off, gets him in torture rack position, goes for a feast your eyes. Swerve reverses it to a roll up, gets a 2. Dijak hits a discus kick, choke slam. That earns him a 2 count. And then Dijak pulls up Scott, and so they're like face to face. And Dijakovic starts kind of laughing at him. He goes for another choke slam. Scott reverses that into a poison rana, follows a double stomp on the apron, a lariat. That gets him a 2. Dijak hits a cyclone clothesline. Scott responds with double stomp. And then he leaps towards Dijak. Dijak catches him. Then he hits Feast Your Eyes for the win, but awesome match.
Oh, terrific.
Man, Swerve is going places.
Dijak is so much fun to watch also. It's just, it always looks like his knees are about to explode. I kind of feel like that about 50% of the wrestlers, though. I always think their knees are going to just literally explode in like a fireball.
It is something else that they manage to do a lot of the things they do without hurting themselves on a more regular basis.
Epico just tried to communicate with us via the main form of Epico communication skills. $10 super chat.
Thank you, Epico.
Thank you, Epico.
Thank
or whomever you are.
Yes. Announced for next week, we get Mia Yim versus Io Shirai in a ladder match.
Man.
Whoever wins this, I guess, gains advantage with
WarGames, yeah.
WarGames.
So it's like they'll get their stuff opened up first.
Last. Because you want to be the last one in, right? Or you be the first one in.
Well, don't you want to be the first? I think for this, you want to be, because you start off with 2, and then whoever, and then another cage opens. So you want the advantage.
I guess so.
Yeah.
More often than not. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Because then you'll have more people than the other.
Yeah.
Always.
Except until the last one's out, and then it's even Steve.
And it's everybody.
And also, as we mentioned earlier, Leo Rush versus Angel Garza for the Cruiserweight title. That'll be great.
I really want to see a War Game. I actually don't want to see this, but a War Games match where, it's like a Brock Kofi situation where somebody just drops somebody with their finisher. Boom, boom, boom. You're done. And everybody's just chilling in their cages.
Oh, still in the shark cages? Like, well,
what the heck?
Went through all this.
Is there still a timer? It's not elimination.
Can we just? No, it's not.
No.
It's like, can we just make this elimination now?
Yeah, right.
Gosh.
No, we're out of time. And he goes off. What? Out of
and the TV time's like watching it take over. It's like, wow, it's only we're 10 minutes away from the 3-hour mark. This has been go along with this show.
Yeah.
No,
we're out of time.
No, it ends in 3 minutes after.
Well, you're
that
on
mark.
the network, so there's no out of time.
We only have the building for so long.
We got to run Chronicle.
There you go. Next main event, the OC taking on a team of Tommaso Ciampa, Matthew Riddle, and Keith Lee. Brawl breaks out immediately.
Odin Meadmaker here in chat says, did Larson not get to go to the WWE 2K20 event this year? No, he didn't.
No. You tell him salty.
Neither did I, by the way. Why are you
either.
just pointing out Larson? I didn't get to go either.
Maybe you guys' ears confused. I don't know.
Anyway, sorry. Brawl breaks out immediately.
OC kind of leaves the ring. The NXT team follows, just brawling everywhere. Eventually, AJ and Ciampa make their way back in the ring. Ref rings the bell. Match begins. Pretty soon, though, AJ sends Ciampa out of the ring with a drop kick, and AJ follows with Pescado. Matt Riddle's out there, though, and he pushes Ciampa out of the way. He eats Pescado, allowing Ciampa to kind of keep his wits about him. AJ tosses Ciampa back in the ring, and AJ tries to get in. Ciampa drops him with a draping DDT. AJ kicks out, however. Next, Keith Lee and Luke Gallows are in. They have a shoulder tackle off, which Lee has the advantage.
Yep.
And ultimately, he pounces Luke out of the ring.
That was rad.
But the OC gain control. Come back from commercial. OC still has the advantage. Ciampa's the one being isolated. Ciampa at one point low bridges Gallows, but Gallows runs like quickly. He goes over the top rope, gets up, pulls Lee off the apron so Ciampa can't get the hot tag to him, sends Lee into the ring steps, and then he managed to do all this before Ciampa get a tag off to Riddle. He's back in the ring, pulls Ciampa towards his corner and tags in Carl Anderson. It was something else. But Carl Anderson does jumping off the second rope. He eats a knee from Ciampa. Ciampa gets the tag to Matt Riddle. Carl Anderson to AJ. They're both in. Riddle goes on a rampage, hitting exploders on everybody and brotons on everybody.
Somebody on Twitter, and I didn't say what I should have, wrote like this laundry list, and then you go back and watch the video, and it's like 53 seconds. And it's like that one time Cesaro did that in that one match where he's just literally running around doing that. Oh, it was awesome. It was beautiful.
Just so many moves in the span of a minute,
Yeah, that's what a hot tag should be. That's actually one convention in wrestling that seemingly is not really executed all that well too often, is the actual physical hot tag. Because so often they have such a hard time convincing me that they're having a hard time making it to the person.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That always bugs the crap out of me.
Yeah.
You're just sort of sitting there looking around.
I know. Well, it helps when someone's running around and pulling the partner off the apron and stuff like that. That's what makes it, in my mind. So then Riddle hits ripcord knee, bro to sleep, a German suplex on AJ. Gallows was in to break that pin. The OC go for a magic killer on Keith Lee. Ciampa breaks it up with a knee, I believe. And then Lee picks up Gallows, does some curls with him, body slams him.
Yeah.
And then AJ drops Keith Lee with tornado DDT. Riddle's going for another German suplex. AJ counters, hits a brainbuster, getting Riddle out of the ring. And then AJ primes for a style clash on Matt Riddle. Riddle drives him to the corner. AJ sets up for the forearm. Matt Riddle moves. Keith Lee pounces him into the ref. Ref bump. So Riddle hits a corkscrew tope on Gallows, Anderson, and Keith Lee on the outside, even though he almost didn't make it.
Yeah.
His back hits that apron pretty hard.
Yeah.
And so we just got Ciampa and AJ in the ring. Ciampa hits a knee in the corner. Goes for fairy tale ending. Cue Finn Balor theme song.
Mm-hmm.
So he's to the ramp. Ciampa's distracted. AJ hits a Pele kick. Balor drops Matt Riddle with 1916 on the floor. So AJ's smiling at Finn. Throws up a couple too sweets. Finn gun fingers back. AJ sets up for a Styles clash on Ciampa. Adam Cole runs to the ring. Kicks the heck out of AJ.
That was awesome.
A huge super kick.
That was great.
And then hits Ciampa with the last shot.
Yeah.
And so he's having to stare down with Finn.
The last shot was so beautiful, too, because he hit it, like, kind of upper back. Like, it's a last shot. It's supposed to go.
And part of it, too, though, is like he used his broken wrist hand to slap his thigh.
Yeah.
So it almost looked like he hit him with the knee and then his cast.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually rewinded and watching it. It's like, did he change it up and him with his soft cast? So the show ends with Cole and Finn kind of staring at each other, and Finn's doing this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Finn, like you said,
wild card.
He is the wild card rule.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's he gonna do? Where's he gonna go?
Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, some people are saying that Riddle bit was kind of scary.
Yeah, it was. That was scary.
Yeah.
Let's run through NXT UK real quick.
Okie doke.
First match: Joe Coffey versus Tyson T-Bone. Surprise! Who won this match?
Joe Coffey.
Yeah. It was more competitive, slightly more than I thought it would be, but Joe Coffey won with his all the best for the bells. Is that what his finisher's called?
I don't know.
Clothesline.
Is it? You made this point that all these UK wrestlers there now full time at the Performance Center.
Mm-hmm.
They're all looking great.
Yeah,
like
they're all
Joe Coffey looks
fantastic.
trim. Tyson T-Bone usually wrestles in like a dress shirt and a vest, and he had just like a tank top on. He looked good.
Dude,
but
I'll say this:
more than anybody.
It was hard watching the main event because Zach Gibson is so vascular.
Dude, he is like getting cut.
That like all the veins up in his upper chest out to his shoulders, you could just see.
He used to just have a lot more fat in his chest.
Yeah.
And now it's like
he's cut
down. So look at my vascularity.
These guys don't have to travel as much.
I've got so many veins.
They're probably making more money than they were, at least hopefully as much.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
As they were working strictly the indies.
For sure they're making more.
They can focus on honing their craft, keeping their bodies in tip-top shape.
Yep.
And it's the same thing that happens at the Performance Center here in the States. Wrestlers go to the Performance Center and in a few months' time, jacked.
They're jacked, and their wrestling is always better.
Yeah.
Like, we were fans of Adam Cole before he got signed, but holy crap, his matches are a whole nother level now. So, yeah, Joe Coffey won with his discus clothesline finisher thing, whatever you called it.
Yeah, all the best for the bells, I think is what it's called. Next, we had a Zaya Brookside interview. She's got a match against Kaylee Ray coming up. She's still upset about that Battle Royal at Download Fest, whatever it was.
That was ages. It aired ages ago, and that's like, and it aired ages after it.
Yeah,
it was shot.
Yeah, I know.
After that, we had a Peaky Blinders trailer.
No,
so we thought.
Ridge Holland vignette.
Ridge Holland.
Luke
Menzies, former rugby player.
I believe so.
I think now he is a Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, it's very much a Peaky Blinder thing.
Cosplayer in the ring, so that's cool. He's coming.
Yeah. After that, a Piper Niven video package.
Talking about her parents.
Yeah.
Me ma, me pa.
I don't know. She's been in NXT UK for a while. I kind of feel like we're past the point of introductory video packages.
Well, this wasn't. You think this was an introductory one?
I don't know.
This was sort of just telling her story. I was fine with it.
Yeah, it was all right.
About her pa and her mom.
Next, Killer Kelly versus Isla Dawn. They were saying this was Killer Kelly's return to NXT UK. Maybe she's been out for a while.
Oh, has she?
Maybe. Anyway, she
I
lost.
haven't really noticed her.
Isla Dawn won with a bridging German suplex. It was a fun match, though.
Yeah, no, this was cool. I like both of them.
Next, we got a Cassius Ono video package. He has a match against Tyler Bate coming up.
That's going to be a banger. That's next week. I'm looking forward to that one. That's going to be good.
And then finally, the main event, Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster, Steve's favorite tag team.
Yeah, man.
Taking on grizzled young veterans.
My actual favorite tag team.
Not as good as their takeover match, but towards the end especially, it got pretty fun.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And then Gallus, about halfway through, came out on the stage to watch.
You're going to observe.
At one point, everybody's laid out. Imperium members Marcel Bartel, Fabian Eichner go to the stage. There's a little stare down there. And then rather than Gallus just fighting Imperium on the stage, Gallus like, all right, we're going to go to the ring.
They're like, we were going to do this anyways, but we're going to do it on our time. And now you guys are milling about in our space. Yeah. We don't want to deal with that. We're going to run to the ring and stop this match.
And so they do that. Imperium follow. So Imperium and Gallus clear out the other two teams. So you have a stare down. Alexander Wolf comes out as well, too. So you have a stare down between Eichner, Bartel, and Wolf on one side, and then Mark Coffey and Wolfgang on the other. Joe Coffey comes running through the crowd.
Yeah, from the crowd, yeah.
They're all posing. And then I think it's Wolf steps over, leaving a space for Walter. Cue his music. He comes down.
I'm here now. I got my tracksuit on now.
It's another stare off.
What is all this?
And then Ilya Dragunov, who I think last week Imperium was trying to recruit.
Yeah.
He comes down. He joins forces with Gallus.
Yeah.
All out brawl to end the show.
WarGames. We're here for the WarGames match too.
And I'm gonna put this out there now. I don't think it's gonna happen. Raw and SmackDown are doing a United Kingdom tour.
Yeah.
Starting, it might have started already, but it's like SmackDown's from the United Kingdom or this Friday, and Raw as well. They're probably not going to send a bunch of NXT talents to do this Invasion storyline. Why not have some UK talent show up on Raw and SmackDown? Give me Walter on Raw or SmackDown.
I honestly like
Jordan Devlin on SmackDown.
If somehow, some way, Walter got involved in one of those brand versus brand matches, oh my gosh.
Yeah, man.
I'd love to see that.
Heck
that'd be great. Jordan Devlin, he's terrific too. Yeah, that'd be good stuff.
It'd be awesome stuff.
I want in on this match now. I'm a champion too.
He lays out. Oh.
Ooh.
No, he cosplays as Dominic. Walter does.
Oh, yeah.
Lays out
That's
Ray.
How you do it. That's how you
says,
do it.
I want a match with Brock.
Yeah. And then Brock is like, whoa, didn't I beat you up? He's like, wait, what? Are you?
And then Walter turns Brock's chest into hamburger.
Yeah, everybody'd love to see that.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
Because you put some of Dominic's clothes on Walter, you can't tell the difference.
You thought that was Baby Mysterio. I even did a 619, but no, I'm not. My name is Walter. I'm UK champion.
Your chest is now hamburger.
I am not. What do they say they're going to call him? Prince Mysterio?
Oh, is that what it was?
Something like that. It's not El-Hijo. Prince Mysterio. I think it's Prince Mysterio is what they want to call him.
Interesting. Let's answer some questions, yeah?
Hey, let's answer some questions now.
Ron Armenta, with all those superstars and legends that live in the area, why did only the OC bother to show up?
Yeah, Ron has a good point. Everybody lives in Orlando, so, like, where was everybody else?
It is kind of like the wrestling mecca.
It is, yeah. We need to relocate, man.
We do?
Yeah, dude. All those interviews.
It's too humid.
We could be Florida men.
It's too humid.
We'd be in the news because we're Florida men.
No, I'm not interested. I like California. Epco, thank you. Welcome back.
And then he left. He said, I'm going to go enjoy tuna steak.
Oh, that sounds
He's
good.
in Florida. We can go hang out, party with Epico.
All right. I got a poop. Says, hello, Murderer Steve and Snake Larson.
I think I'd rather be a murderer than a snitch. I think. But I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I feel like I'd probably be it. Like if I had to choose,
you'd probably reconsider that when you're about to get the lethal injection.
Oh wow! So would you turn? Let me ask you this. This is another thing.
This is what I would.
Hey, here's a predicament.
Give it to me.
If you knew for a fact that I would get death penalty if you turn me in. Would you still turn me in?
I'm happy you asked it because I have an answer for you prepared.
What? Go ahead.
This is what I would do. Yes, I would turn you in. However, at sentencing, I would plead with the judge to spare your life.
Your communication skills are not great. You're not very good at emoting. I'm going to say that wouldn't do anything.
That's why I'm going to present a slideshow presentation, whiteboard as well, and not make an emotional plea per se, fact-based.
You're so dumb. This is what you should do. You go to the prosecutor, man, and then you say, I know who done it, but death penalty's off the table. Or you go to a lawyer. Like, you put some effort into it to make sure I don't die, because then you're a murderer yourself.
Well, I mean, I'm not the one actually killing you.
I know what he did, and...
You know how you can avoid this entire situation? Don't kill anybody.
Not be friends with you anymore.
Don't
and
kill
then
anybody.
I can kill whoever I want.
Well, it depends what you value most. The opportunity to kill.
I'll be honest. These days, killing, I think. Maybe.
All right. Well,
I'm looking for something new.
All right.
I don't really feel like drawing. I'm not good at NBA 2K.
Unless it's drawing blood.
Yeah, unless it's drawing blood.
Wow.
Let's see here.
Wow.
Austin asks in the Discord here, do you think this little NXT invasion can last beyond Survivor Series?
No.
I don't think there's a reason to.
I don't think it's a plan.
But if they're able to get these ratings up and the interest high enough, maybe they can sustain 800,000.
Yeah.
As opposed to wherever they were cratering 400,000. Maddie, what SmackDown tag team or singles competitor do you want to see invade NXT next?
Well, Seth makes the most sense.
Seth makes sense. Didn't he tweeted something out?
Here, let's talk about this because they haven't officially announced the mid-card title match for Survivor Series.
Are they going to do AJ versus Adam Cole or something?
That's kind of what it feels like.
Right? The NXT title going down head-to-head with the United States title?
Well, no, what they might do is still do the mid-card title. Maybe they'll have a match kind of quick-like and take that belt off AJ for that match and then put it back on him later on.
You know, it'd be fun if they had that match and Adam Cole
cost them the title.
Who would that title go to?
You know, if they really want to do it that way, put that U.S. title on an NXT talent.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. I was going to say Humberto, but that's good too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. Who would it be?
Keith Lee.
Wow.
Bask in his glory.
Bask in my glory. Damian Priest.
That's
why he lost to Pete Dunne. He's
Oh,
already
maybe.
headed up to I'm going to Maine.
I'm going to Maine. Black Mega Man, have either of you ever given or gotten a rah-rah speech? I have never given one because I am not inspirational.
Right. Again, bad at communication. That's why you would not be able to convince a judge not to put me down like a dog.
No, I think I could do that.
I think I'd be great at rah-rah speeches, man.
I've been in some like all hands on deck meetings where the attempt was for a rah-rah speech.
Man, you got to watch Succession.
All right.
I'd be a bore on the floor guy.
I don't know what that means.
I know, it's hilarious.
I have no idea what that means.
It's a humiliating thing that the Brian Cox basically plays Rupert Murdoch. Mm-hmm. And he takes his people out for a retreat, and he basically humiliates three of them, just completely. And it's called Bore on the Floor. They have to get on the floor and squeal like pigs, and then they throw them hot dogs, and there's only two. Whoever eats theirs last is like, I don't know, crapped on or something.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Minion TM69 says, I've fired many people, 2 people just this week.
Oh, my God. Heartless. Wow. What a bastard.
Quinn Vesely says, can Larson make a rah-rah PowerPoint? I think rah-rah PowerPoint is an oxymoron.
Yeah, dude.
There's no such thing as an inspirational PowerPoint presentation.
Actually, you know what? I'll counter this. What if you go to your employees, you put on a PowerPoint presentation that says, you all get raises. That's a rah-rah PowerPoint. Woo!
I would think you'd have to build to that point, though.
No, man. Just, hello, everybody.
Because the whole point of a rah-rah
thing.
thing.
Fine. I've got news for you. This is going to be great. You're going to love it. Are you ready?
You're all fired.
In retail? Oh, man, that's terrible.
Wait, what?
Minion says he's in retail.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I imagine the turnover is pretty high in retail.
Yeah, probably. And we've heard horror stories from our friend who owns a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be rough. Adam Darwin suggests a new stipulation for the H title. It can only be won after a nut shot is executed. We'll have to talk to Simon Miller about that. Say,
I don't know if he'd feel comfortable about that.
We need to start talking to some promotions and getting that H title in play out there.
True.
It's collecting dust. Cody, if there was one thing you could change about NXT now, that they are settled in this live stuff, what would it be? He says, I'm not a fan of the Morrow Open every week. I'm going to say they take it on the road, baby. That's what I would change.
They need to brighten up the color palette.
Mm-hmm. And Adam Darwin says, I'm going to be at SmackDown and Raw in Manchester.
Oh, cool.
In Manchester tomorrow. What do you think the most exciting thing is that could happen? Walter.
Mm-hmm.
Walter's the most exciting thing that could happen.
Yeah.
And
Give
there's
me Walter.
20% possibility that could happen. You never know.
Yeah,
They're in the
surprised.
UK.
Yeah,
Why
I'd
not?
be surprised, but it'd be awesome if it were to happen.
It'd be rad. Walter's a big name, dude.
Oh,
I'm
I
sure
know.
they'd love to get him on Raw.
Didn't.
Walter.
Didn't. Oh, Minion says there's a lot of turnover, especially when you simply don't show up for your shift.
Oh, well, that's kind of easy.
Yeah, you got to do that.
I think, because I don't think the person cares at that point. It's like, oh, cool, he got fired. Over here on the Patreon.
I really want to punish them if they're not showing up for the shift. You don't fire them.
You don't fire
You don't fire them. Because obviously they don't care.
Yeah, but your company would you probably only get some rosters, a certain number of roster spots.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see here. I mean, if they just don't show up, you can probably just send them notice. That's what happened to me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When you just went to the bathroom that one time.
Yeah. So I trained for it just back in college, so it's totally acceptable. Although I'd probably do the same thing today.
You can do this to me. But start a show. Hey, Larson, I'll use the bathroom. I'll be right back. All right, cool.
But I don't show up.
Like, where the hell is he?
I trained for like a day, so I got paid for that. And then another half day. And then at the end of that half day, we're going to actually start our jobs. But it was like this bunk telephone stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, after all this training, I realized that I'm not cut out for this.
It's not for me.
So instead of going up to a manager and being like, because, I would have felt like a jerk if I did that.
Yeah.
Instead, just avoid everybody. Say, hey, I don't run to the bathroom real quick before we hop on these phones. And then I left. And then I can only imagine at that point, like I left the building. I left.
Yeah.
I can only imagine that they were like, hey, wasn't there a dude that was there? I'm fairly forgettable. So they were probably like, wasn't there a guy that was there? Yeah, he said he was on a bathroom.
And then
Is he okay? Did anybody go to the bathroom and check on me?
Gone.
Did anybody say, did he
Probably
fall?
Probably not.
I should have wrote them a letter. Said, hey, I fell in the bathroom.
Hey.
I had amnesia.
He said this was a test to see if you really cared about your prospective employees.
Right.
And you failed this test.
You failed it. Because you didn't do anything. You didn't call me.
I could have overdosed on something in that bathroom and been choking on my own vomit in a stall.
Yeah.
That could have been a huge liability issue for you, and you didn't follow up.
What if I realized that I locked my kid in the car on a hot day, and I went down, and then I had to go to the emergency room, and you don't even call me? You just send me a thing saying I'm fired?
Callous.
Yeah.
Heartless.
I'd never work for you. It's a good thing because I didn't.
I know you say, you just proved to me that I was in the right and walking out during my bathroom break.
During my bathroom break.
D. Miter says, I think I still work for this communication company, but they never called me for more work, but I'm not fired either.
Oh, wow. He's
limbo.
Limbo. Purgatory there. Interesting. Let's see here. Wolfpack. Who are the least intimidating looking wrestlers in WWE? He says Matt Riddle's attire looks like anybody could beat him up.
But then he actually does something, and he can beat anybody up.
Yeah, pretty much. He's got to be top 3 shoot wrestlers.
The Miz. His offense just looks soft.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Like he does stuff, and I don't feel like in any conceivable way it would ever hurt.
And he just looks like a normal dude also.
I mean, he's like an in-shape normal dude.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he looks like a normal dude.
Yeah.
Miz. I know he's tall.
That's pretty much it, though. He doesn't look like grizzled or like scary at all. Let's see here. Broken Soundwave. Hey, Steven Larson, I have a perfect tag team to join Finn Balor in NXT. How about the Usos? They were not picked up by either Raw or SmackDown. Just wanted your thoughts on this. How about this? You take the Usos and then you give them the ring attire and entrance attire and the face paint of Gorillas of Destiny, and then it's just like Bullet Club again. You bring like a big dude in. Mm-hmm. Good luck, Fale. Mm-hmm. There you go. You bring that super. That's what you do. You bring that dude. Super tall guy in developmental, and then Finn gets on his shoulders.
Oh my gosh, he's like 10 feet tall.
Yeah, the roof is right here.
Yeah,
or the ceiling rather. Let's see here.
Well, Kristen says Jack Gallagher. Jack Gallagher's got MMA experience. He's probably double tough.
Oh, but she's so right. He doesn't look tough at all.
He doesn't look tough, but in the ring, you can tell he knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing, but he walks around, and it's like, is this guy selling newspapers or something? What's he doing?
Yeah,
looks like a newsie.
Maybe.
That's what they were called. That was a movie, right? The Newsies.
Yeah, Christian Bale was in
that. Charles Hubbard asks, is Bobby Fish shoot dead? Well,
that was all
blood.
That blood. No, it was ketchup, man.
Oh, that's right.
He's got chokeslammed through a ketchup bottle.
Adrian C. Is Taynara the most underutilized performer in NXT? The talent was there, but she's never been featured in storyline. Well, she's picking up wins now.
Yeah.
And if you want underutilized, there are like 50 people that are never on TV.
Yeah.
I'd say Dexter Loomis is the most underutilized.
Oh, yeah. We haven't seen him since the Breakout Stars
tournament. Although at least he's not working security from what I can tell.
Yeah.
C. Ross, is Shayna's NXT title reign going to outlast Asuka's reign? Shayna's reign today is at 374 days.
What was Asuka's?
Asuka's was 500 and... Oh, it says here... Okay, this is a long sentence. Okay, so Asuka's is 505. But C. Ross here makes the case. Shayna's reign today is at 374. It doesn't look like Shayna will be defending the title at WarGames. And Rumble weekend, there's not a takeover. So probably the next time Shayna will defend the Women's Championship on a takeover will be TakeOver Tampa, landing at 521 days as NXT Women's Champion. It is not impossible to assume that even if they do have another takeover between Survivor Series and Mania, that Shayna, I mean, there maybe Rhea Ripley, you know?
That seems to be the trajectory.
But I would think that's more of a Mania thing.
Yeah, and that's something that if they take their time with it.
And, I mean, honestly, like NXT, like the move to USA kind of feels like a clean slate in terms of like rebooting the brand. So for a larger audience, perhaps they would feel that she's kind of new. And so losing the title at this point wouldn't be wise. They actually want to give her a lengthy one starting from now, basically.
Yeah, it could be. Good point.
Let's see here. In reference to time in NXT. Suplex Casey. After Survivor Series, you guys think NXT stars will get to reference their time in NXT more, given that the brand is more or less on par with Raw and SmackDown? I think that's probably going to be a thing. Like,
I also don't feel like they make a point of not referencing NXT though.
They don't necessarily ignore it, but I could see that possibly being a catalyst for mentioning NXT.
Yeah.
I mean, I think more than the story, the Survivor Series stuff, the fact that NXT is trying to compete with AEW and get better ratings would be a catalyst for mentioning NXT more.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Sonny Chan will finish off with this one. Kayfabe reason why SmackDown didn't show up at Full Sail.
Kayfabe.
Kayfabe reason. So they kayfabe the travel issues. Kayfabe reason is they wanted to ensure that travel issues were not a problem. So they all got to the airport
super early. 2 days early.
In advance.
2 days early.
Days in advance.
2 days early.
Yeah.
There you go.
So there you go. Anyways, that's it for the show. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We do appreciate it. If you want to find out who won Wednesdays, who won this Wednesday anyways, find out tomorrow morning. We're going to get that video up then. Also, our AEW predictions are going to be
like tomorrow afternoon.
Tomorrow afternoon, probably. What he said. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We do appreciate it. Until next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.